Hey, my name's Tim Buell, drummer living here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I wanted to give you 10 fun kind of groove and fill ideas for your next practice session. You can download the sheet music for all these fills and grooves for free in the description below. So the first fill is one of my favorites. Sounds like this. So this fill is sextuplets. It's all alternating singles, right, left, right, left, right, left. And basically for the first group of sextuplets, it's kick and ride cymbal on the downbeat of beat 1, and then everything else on the snare. And then the fast, fun, cool, tricky thing around the toms is pretty easy. It's right, left, right, and then left, right, left. And it's that kind of motion that gives you the cool looking like, whoa, it's so fast around the drums, but it's a sticking that lays out really well. That was an idea that was kind of inspired by Dennis Chambers, something I saw him do once. Idea number 2 is just kind of this little like groove idea that's this kind of like nice little halftime thing. It sounds like this. And basically what I've notated is just the first part. It's like this broken hi-hat thing. And that's kind of the whole idea. It's a halftime groove. You can do whatever you want on the kind of fourth beat or after the backbeat to make it your own. But it's a quick little idea that's kind of fun to mess around with because there's so much space in it. And, you know, it's kind of very angular. It's very broken up. All right, fill number 3 is kind of a 2-beat thing, starts on beat 3, and it's sextuplets again, and it's based on kind of like some kind of flam rudiment, but it sounds like this. And really the only trick to it is it's a left flam. The flam is between the grace note is on the ride cymbal, and kick drum is kind of with the ride cymbal, kind of with the snare. It's like a 3-way flam between ride cymbal, kick drum, and then an accented snare note. And you follow that with a right left on the snare drum. Idea number 4 is a groove. It's a halftime shuffle groove. It sounds like this. And kind of the special thing about this are the ghost notes that happen on beats 3 and 4 of the second measure. You kind of have this, I think I got this from a Ben Rector recording where there's a halftime shuffle going on, and there's probably delay on the drums. I don't know if there's this many ghost notes going on, but it was in particular this kind of on beat 3 and 4 that kind of got me really interested because that's really hard to play. I just really kind of liked that, and it was a ghost note pattern I hadn't encountered with halftime shuffle, so give that a try. Fill number 5 is pretty easy. It's the 16th note idea. A lot of people use this. Sounds like this. And it uses this really powerful, really useful combination of right, left, left, kick. The final note is just kind of alternating singles, but right, left, left kick is a super useful idea that you can use all around the drums. Goes really, really quick, easy to get all kinds of different combinations of toms around. Yeah, I don't know, it's just a fun fill. Fill number 6 is sounds like this. And this is one of my favorite fills. I use it too much. I think I've even done a YouTube video about it, about how this is my fill I overuse. To get into the fill, you play a right, left, left at the very beginning in sextuplets, and that kind of gets you into the fill. And then the main bulk of the fill is this kind of kick, right, left, left. So you get into that grouping with the right, left, left, and then you get out of it by just 4/16 notes. And that's a super useful fill. Fill groove number 7 sounds like this. Now, the first drummer I ever heard do this was Dennis Chambers, but I think it goes back even further than that with John Bonham. This is something that takes a little bit of foot control, but basically all you're doing is sextuplets where the 1s, ands, 2, and 3 and is 8th notes on the hi-hat, and you're filling in all the other sextuplets with your foot. And then you're putting a backbeat on beat 2 and 4. Not too crazy, but it does take some foot control, and it's not super practical, but it is fun to throw in like an Instagram video. Fill number 8. Some of you might know this one. Now, this isn't the exact fill from Michael Jackson's Rock With You, but it's pretty close. It's like my version of it. This is a good way to use your 5-stroke rolls, because those 30-second notes, right, left, right, it's a 5-stroke roll. So, and I have found that, like, while I don't always play that whole fill, just the beats 3 and 4 of this fill is really, really useful for like certain kind of things where you want to kind of like tip your hat to this fill without being so blatant and playing the whole thing. It's a cool thing. Number 9 is a fill. It's very angular. I really, really like it. It's got a lot of ups and downs in it. Sounds like this. This fill is nice because it kind of takes the groups of 2 and 4 with the hands, 2 with the hands, 2 with the feet, and it spreads it out. You start with 1 hand, 2 feet, 2 hand, 2 feet, kind of offsets the whole idea. This is something that, again, you can take idea number 2 and combine it with this, and you kind of get a kind of nice thing of... Now, this last one I learned a long time ago in college, somewhere on YouTube, I think, and it sounds like this. Kind of a crazy fill. Basically, it's sextuplets, and what you're doing is you're kind of offsetting everything to the final, the like third and sixth partial of the triplet, and you can kind of get crazy with this one, but it's kind of just like a weird displaced groove. The thing you really want to pay attention to in this are the hi-hat and backbeat accents, because without this, it just kind of sounds like a flat line of sextuplets, which isn't that interesting. But with the hi-hat pattern, you're kind of implying a different eighth note, because the hi-hat, even though you're playing sextuplets, if you're playing like an accented hi-hat followed by an unaccented with the ghosted in between, it kind of implies like a different time feel, which is super cool. And again, those accents are displaced on like the second and third or fourth sextuplets, so it's just kind of a cool feel. So there you go, 10 fills and grooves that you can use for kind of whatever, your next practice session, inspiration, or whatever. Free sheet music, download below. I would love if you could like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. It really does help the channel. So if you got something out of this, share it with someone. Leave a comment if you want to see another one of these, or you have questions about anything you saw, and I'll see you in the next one.